Shalom, shalom, physical, most mosaic, Kawhi, Yahweh, Shema, Shabbat, Shema, Kaklash, the honest, the elders, and apostles, the great millstone, chief message of everyone teach well. Today we're getting into Sirach, the 23rd chapter. Our Lord, Father, and Governor of all my whole life, leave me not to their counsels, and let me not fall by them. Right? Psalm 64. I went into it at camp about 2 days ago. Should have made a video yesterday, but gotta do better. So, number one, I could get 2 videos out and shape up a little bit out here. Who is a scourges over my thoughts and discipline of wisdom over mine heart, that they spare me not for my ignorances and pass not by my sins. Hold on. G&T, verse 2. I wish I could be whipped for my thoughts, so that wisdom could discipline my mind. I would not want to be spared when I'm wrong. I would not want a single sin to be overlooked. Right? And, we have that same mindset. Right? Like, that's why it says that man slippeth with his with his mouth, but not knowledge. Which I mean, when you make little mistakes, when you make a video or something like that, or generally, we don't want to go off, man. That's this whole thing, Well, Sirach 5 says, I had not sinned upon sin. Right? Do we sin because you're under grace? God forbid. Alright, the grace is there, if, the flesh gets the better of us, but it's not just there just so you can do fuck all. Okay? And then, I keep on sitting, making one mistake after another. I could not fall to my enemies and be humiliated by them. Right? You don't want that, man. Right? Because, get guys like Gay, right? He didn't apply that to himself. He just kept doing the same thing with impunity, until the Most High pretty much got him caught. But he was never humble. He never admitted, his wrong. Well, I don't know what was between him and the Most High, right? But, when it comes to things he said out in the open, about GMS and about the elders, he earned it. He brought it upon himself. O Lord, my Father, empower my life. Keep me from being arrogant. Protect me from evil desires. Keep me from being overcome by greater lust. Do not leave me at the mercy of these shameless passions. Right? And these are good things to always keep in mind, man. Don't let lust and these, things overtake you, man. Don't let these philosophies and doctrines of the world, tell you how you should be. Right? Because if you just follow the world, you'll just end up bi or some shit, or a freak, like these niggas are. You fuck a woman and you pop a woman, she'll pop another dude and you cool with it, and then you pop her again, right? The scripture says it's not that land greatly polluted. Right? My children, listen to what I have to say about proper speech. Do as I teach you, you will never be trapped. Sinners are caught by their own arrogant, insulting words. Do not fall into the habit of taking oaths, and don't use the Most High's holy name too freely. Right? Absolutely, we take the name in very high regard. Just read the first couple verses. Right? Oh Lord, power of my life. Right? So don't take the Lord's name in vain. And just use it, for no reason. Right? Or treat the name as something holy, and holy means separate, so don't use it, in a casual way. Right? This is extremely serious. This is your, this is your life we're talking about here. If you, talk, say, if you just be like these jakes in the world, man. Basically, that's what I'm gonna say, man. Because you got all these guys that be making fun of us, making fun of the name, So they get what they get, right? A slave who is constantly beaten will never be free of bruises. Someone who is only taking the holy name will never be free of sin. Anyone who takes oaths all the time is sinful to the core, and punishment is never far away from his household. If he fails to fulfill his oaths, he is guilty. If he ignores his oaths, he is twice as guilty. If he was also less insincere in the first place, he cannot be pardoned and will have a house full of trouble. Alright? Like Yahushua brought up, really shouldn't be making vows anyway. It's something we don't really get into. There is one way of speaking that is like death itself. Israelite ever be guilty of it. And devout people do not wallow in such sin. They will keep away, and they will keep away from such behavior. Do not fall into the habit of coarse, profane talk. It is sinful, right? Talk that's sinful and profane means outside the temple, right? It does not mean cursing, right? It just means outside the temple, right? So, anything that is outside the temple, you talking like, that's what you do. You might forget yourself on the company of important people and make a fool of yourself with some foul word that comes to you naturally. Think how your parents would feel. You will curse the day you were born and wish you were dead. If you fall to habit of using offensive language, you will never break yourself of it as long as you live, right? And it doesn't mean cursing, right? This is opprobrious. Intemperate swearing, right? That's what they call it. Intemperate swearing. Okay, so don't do that, right? Don't make yourself a fool by speaking profane talk. I can't really think of a good example, but it says what it says. Don't be intemperate with your mouth, and just hurling out obscenities, right? Because there's certain words that we say and whatever, like, man, fuck this, man, this shit's stupid, right? But don't be saying, man, suck my whole, we don't say no shit like that. We don't condone that kind of talk. That's lame, and even with the cursing, brothers don't even curse that much, man. I'm just saying in general. They really don't. And if they do curse, they have the right to. They can say whatever they want, as long as it's not no intemperate speech like that shit, 16. There are a number of ways to sin and bring down the Lord's anger. Blazing fire that cannot be put out will only burn itself. A man who lives for nothing but sexual enjoyment will keep on to that fire and enjoys him. Alright. For such a man, all women are desirable, and he can never get enough as long as he lives. Right? So it doesn't matter if a woman is married or not. That man will want to go for it. And this is the type of man we don't want to be. Right? This is the man that the Most High will bring destruction upon. The man who is unfaithful to his wife thinks to himself, right, which they're off, right? Now, the word here, as you're going to see in the KJV, is wedlock, right? Now, when you go into wedlock, it pretty much just means wed, marriage, and then lock, which is like a vow. So you break the wedding vow, right? Now, there has to be a man, sleeping with another man's woman. You're breaking the vow of, the law of marriage, pretty much, by touching another man's woman, right? But, I think that's what that means, man. It's not that, man is sleep, because your man can sleep with other women, right? As long as that woman isn't married, right? Yeah, so that's what it is, right? No one will ever know. It's dark in here and no one sees me. I have nothing to worry about. For the Most High, he won't even notice. This man is only afraid of other people. Yeah, that's what it's talking about. The only other thing I was thinking of was, how if you have a man and he sleeps with his woman before they do the marriage ceremony, but no, I don't. That's not what I talk about. You know, that was the only other thing I was thinking about. But that was Luke 1. Mary and Joseph were kind of going through that because he slept with her before the ceremony, right? Because it was a whole big marriage ceremony, and they go into the chamber, and then they do the thing, and you produce the cloth, all right, and so on and so forth. Things play out. All right. A man is only afraid of other people. He doesn't realize the eyes of the Lord 10,000 times brighter than the sun. He sees everything that we do, and we try to hide it. Everything before he created the world as well as after. The sinful man will be caught when you least expect it and punished publicly. All right, and that's why all these different camp leaders that you hear about committing adultery, or you hear about these camps, they commit adultery, and all that shit always bubbles up to the surface, and then we hear about it, and then now, we can warn, right? Mark doesn't cause division, right? Because they be breaking out scriptures wrong, and also because of the way they operate themselves. We don't carry women in the truth. We have women in the truth, right? But very few. We don't carry women around to camp, right? Like some of these camps do, right? Because it's a breeding place for adultery, right? Because a woman, right, she'll have a man, and then she'll look at another man, she'll be like, man, right? A woman is a weaker vessel, man. So, you got to keep her in straightly, or she'll just do dumb shit. Right? Same is true of a woman who's unfaithful to her husband and resents him with a child by another man. In the first place, she has broken the law of the Most High. In the second place, she has wronged her husband, for angrily polluted. In the third place, she has made a whore of herself by committing adultery and bringing the child of a man, not her husband, not of her husband, right? And it's like, I believe that's Jamaica. It's like the biggest place where that paternity fraud goes down. Where a woman will, got these guys thinking, oh, this is your baby, and lie to them, right? Yeah, they fucking liars too, those fucking women, man. When I have to deal with them at work, tell them that they're wrong, they're doing something wrong, and they always, oh, no. It's like, no, I saw that. You're not gonna fucking lie to me, right? I'm probably disgraced. Hold on. His children will suffer for his sin. They will not be able to find a place in society or outside families. She herself will be brought before assembly and permanently disgraced. There will be a curse on her memory. After she is gone, everyone will realize that nothing is better than fearing the Lord. Nothing is sweeter than keeping his commands. Absolutely, man. So adultery was something taken very seriously back then, man. A woman was killed. Was killed. Was put to death. Right? Brought to an assembly, and put to death. We can't do things like that nowadays. Right? We're here in this man's society, so a woman does this stuff, people clap. They say, oh, well, you should take care of the baby anyway. It's like, no, it's ridiculous. It's not mine. Let there be that, Lord, to fight shalom.